We are on video number 5 this afternoon for the Memory Master series, and Chloe's going to help me show you the difference between the tutor proof and the director proof. So for the parent and the tutor proof are the exact same. You're going to find a time and a place where you sit down with your child in a quiet place where there's not a lot of distractions, and you're going to bring your proofing sheets, and you're going to sit down, and if I'm a parent, I will ask Chloe, which subject would you want to do first? Can you pick one? History. So she says she wants to start with history first, and I start right at week 1. I find it in our guide or wherever we're at. I don't know what page it's on. Anyway, and I would page 68, and I would just start at week 1. Tell me about commandments 1 through 5, and she would go ahead and tell us. We're not going to go through the whole thing. That's for the tutor proof. And then we would move to the next subject, like English. And we would start at week 1 and go through all 24 weeks. And then I'd ask her again, now what subject do you want to do? Science, okay, weeks 1 through 24 in order. Okay, the same for the parent proof and the tutor proof. Just a reminder that the parent proof, you only have to record one of those. The child can miss up to 3 things in each subject. And then the following week would move on to a tutor proof, and the tutor would do this exact type of proof and 100% of the information, and only missing, how much can they miss in the tutor proof? 0. You miss 0 things in the tutor proof. So again, I encourage you to do an extra proof at home and maybe have one where the child can miss up to 3 and then try to narrow it down to missing 1 or none before they make it to the tutor proof, just so that you know that they are confident. And I would also suggest, when you are practicing for review of all your memory work, that maybe you don't always ask everything in order, because once they get to the director proof, the director only proves 25% of the information. In this cycle, that means all of the Latin, because 25% of the Latin is all of the Latin that we are learning. So just know you have to know all of the Latin, noun cases and noun declensions. But then when you get to any of the other subjects, it's going to be 25% of the information. So what I like to do is I will have a couple of different proof sheets that I have color-coded, just so it's fair to everyone. And I ask the kids, so Chloe, tell me, do you want to start with history? Did you want to start with history? What color did you get?
Blue.
Blue. And so then I would go to history, and I would find everything that I had highlighted blue, and I ask those questions. So for instance, Chloe, tell me about the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
The 7 wonders of the ancient world. Pyramids, Giza, gardens of Babylon, Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, statue of Zeus at Olympia, mausoleum at Halicarnassus, Pharaoh's lighthouse at Alexandria, Colossus.
Great. And then it might take us to tell me about Lao Tzu and Confucius in China.
Century BC, Lao Tzu founded Taoism, which emphasizes harmony with nature, and Confucius taught compassion and obedience.
And then we might move to tell me about Prince Henry of Portugal.
In the early 1800s, San Martin of Argentina. In the 1400s, Prince Henry of Portugal founded the School of Navigation. His work advanced European exploration and trade, including the slave trade.
So I jumped to something we're a little shaky on because we're working ahead, but maybe not 100% there. So thank you. And so, because I wanted to model for you, like if they come in the wrong way, it's really hard to not be like, you gotta wait for a second. And so I was just gonna repeat the prompt for her, but she got it as she was thinking about it. So it'll be the same thing with geography. I would pull out geography. I'd say, what color? What color do you want? You want to stick with blue? Okay. And then I would find all the things that I had labeled blue on my map. So for instance,
green.
Okay, you want green? Okay, so then I would find my green things, and they can change on me, but once we pick a color, we got to stick there. So I would say, Chloe, can you tell me what this place is?
Hispania.
And what is this?
Gaul.
Can you show me France?
France?
I could pick the wrong thing.
France is Gaul.
You're right. Can you show me Germania? And I'm very often, and I already asked you that one, so where's Alexandria? And where's Carthage? Okay, and so I would continue to feel I am weak on geography, which is why I need these. And very often when I do the direct improve, I get corrected sometimes when we're trying to go back through. So, anyways, do you want to stick with green for the next one? Huh? Yeah? So then I would go to, okay, timeline. Chloe, I should pick green. And the way this one works is I don't pick 6 different weeks.
No, science. Green.
Science is green. What color is timeline? What color? I've got timeline. What color do you want to go for timeline?
Orange.
I do have orange. Okay, orange. So I would say, Chloe, I'd find my orange, and I will have 6 weeks worth of the timeline highlighted. So if I say, Chloe, tell me about the age of absolute monarchs, she would start there. Are you going to start there? Or you just want me to tell them about it?
Oh yeah, age of absolute monarchs, circa 1400 to circa 1500. Age of no. In the Americas, converts to Christian religion, council.
I'm going to stop her here, but this exactly, you just have to wait till they get it. And again, we're still proofing, so we're not quite to the effortless spot, but she would start there and she would sing for 6 weeks worth, and I'd say, okay, great, thank you. And we would stop, and I'd say, okay, you said science is green?
Science is yellow.
Yellow. Changed your mind on me again. So then I would go to science and whatever I had. So I might start with, okay, you said yellow. All right, so my yellow ones are, what are the major groups of vertebrates?
The major groups of vertebrates are fish, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, birds,
and what are some plant systems?
Some plant systems are photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration.
What are 3 kinds of rock?
Sedimentary, metamorphic, igneous.
What are 4 kinds of volcanoes?
4 kinds of volcanoes are active, intermittent, dormant, extinct.
What are 4 types of ocean floor?
4 types of ocean floor are continental shelf, abyssal plain, mid-ocean ridge, trench.
What are some markings on the globe?
These are some markings on the globe: latitude, longitude, prime meridian, degrees, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere.
That was a full 25% of science, and you can see it was just jumping back through. So I'm not going to do.
And you don't see parallels.
They don't, but we'll talk about that later. So anyway, that is what it will look like for the director's proof. I used these colors. I had things color coordinated, and I just picked 25% of it. So 6 weeks of every subject. Can you hold on for a second, please? 6 weeks of every subject, and I just want to make sure that I've got everything I want to tell you done. Can you think of anything else that would be good to tell them about proofing? No. Any advice for them as they're getting ready to practice? What do you think are some good ways to practice?
I don't know.
What's your favorite way to practice for memory mastery?
I don't know.
I didn't prep her for that, but how do you typically prep? What do you sit down and read it?
No.
What do you tend to do that works for you?
Listen to stuff.
Tell the camera.
Listen to stuff in the car.
So there's lots of ways that you can prep for it. Thanks for hanging in with us for this last one. We'll see you. I'll see you for the last one soon.